welcome everybody. Welcome back to MAPOP Sports. This is Grandy. If this is your first time here checking out the channel, welcome. Appreciate you guys checking it out. And today, well, first of all, hopefully everybody had a good week. I've had a pretty decent week today. I'd have to say, we'll just jump into it. What's been selling, how the store is doing, eBay this week. This is just kind of my weekly, I guess you can say, recap of how business is going, what's selling, stuff like that. So this week has been pretty consistent. I think this is the first week or two that I'm finally back from the Christmas break, the winter break, let's say, and I was finally getting into the grind of just the daily typical process of what I'm doing, listing and all that stuff. So I felt sales was pretty consistent all week long, guys. So on a daily basis, I didn't feel like there was a dip. I didn't feel like there was a huge increase, which we want to see, but consistency is always the key. So that's always a good thing. I definitely want to see an increase, but consistency is not bad either. So just to kind of give everybody just a 411 on that. So that's a good thing. I felt like consistency was good is because I think my listing, my process, everything was pretty smooth this week. No returns, which is good. No, bad feedbacks, knock on wood. That's always a good thing. And that's the one thing too. I want to make sure everybody's aware that, I'm doing the best I can. Like I said, I'm a one-man show. I'm trying to keep my feedback as positive as possible. I know it's not going to be perfect. You're not going to be able to, keep 1,000,000% of the people satisfied, but you do the best you can. And I really try to pride myself. I try to do the best I can on that. So, like I said, everything went really smooth this week. I felt like I was grinding. I was shipping everything within a day. And, I usually put on my storefront is a 2-day shipping, but I do the best I can to try to ship within the next day or the day of. If you guys get, people order cards in the morning before I, work on my shipping, I try to get those out the same day. So do the best you can on that. So other than that, been a pretty good week, solid week, like I said, of sales, very consistent. My listing was, I would say I did pretty good this week in regards to my numbers of meeting my quota, my goals. If you guys are wondering, if you guys, first time here, I have a scanner. I had the Fujitsu FI 8170 and I scan cards. I do pictures of slabs and, thicker cards of the patches. So my goal is about 200 to 275-ish a week listing wise or daily wise. I'm sorry. So that try to gets me a little bit over 1,000 a week of listings. And that's my goal. And I believe I reached it this week, and I just want to continue to, stay consistent on that. I want to stay, as consistent as I can, to reach my goals on that. So if I keep getting better, obviously I'm going to increase the goal, guys. So that's the plan on that. I reached over the 21,000 mark of listings on my eBay store, which is awesome. And I just got to keep on grinding and keep that up. So I believe consistency is the key. And what is selling? I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering what's selling. What am I going to look to buy? And I wouldn't say invest in, but what am I going to get inventory in more of? I feel like, well, surprisingly, I think months now I've been saying how basketball has sucked ass, man. It's been I felt like non-existent until this week. I feel like, as the playoffs of football is coming to an end with only like 4 teams left now, and I feel like basketball has picked up. Maybe it has a little bit to do with Victor Wembanyama. Obviously, I moved a lot of his cards this week, which is great. And I just feel like, with the All-Star game coming up, the halfway through mark of the basketball NBA season, I feel like maybe, I mentioned this a couple videos ago, maybe that's what's making the uptick of basketball cards, but I have definitely seen an increase of sales in basketball this week. 100%. I felt like I've seen a big increase of that. A lot of inserts and a lot of rookies obviously is moving very well. And then the other thing is I've seen a lot of, this is a thing too, I think I mentioned this, I've seen a lot of Bowman University Chrome basketball cards selling. They're moving. I've been moving some Inception cards. I've been moving a lot of Bowman Chrome basketball. So a lot of, I don't know if it's an NIL deal, but it couldn't hurt. Let's just say that. I don't think it's hurting, but I've seen a lot of that interest of that. And like I said, a lot of basketball in general is moving really well and getting a lot of offers. That's the one thing too. I feel like people feel like this is the downtime of selling. I feel like people are looking for, I guess you can say, better deals right now. And, they're sending tons of offers. But like I said, I'm telling you guys, basketball's finally picking up. I'm hoping it's sustainable. We'll see. And as teams are jockeying to try to make the playoff run, I'm hoping basketball will continue to pick up. Obviously football, a lot of the teams or the players who are no longer in the playoffs, you're going to see a dip right now in their card prices. So you're going to see a lot of people. I mean, it's a give and take type of deal, supply and demand, right, guys? So you're going to see a lot of people buying because they feel like it's dipping and they're buying the dip. I guess that's what you say. But I still see interest in football. I haven't seen a huge drop off, but I just like I said, I've seen an increase in basketball, which is great. I wanted to see that. We didn't see that pre the NBA season and mid-season. We haven't seen anything, but now I feel like hopefully basketball can continuously start to get a momentum swing of sales on that. So that's what I'm looking to do. And then the other thing that I'm moving a lot of are autos. I think that's just something people really love. And, just to have an autograph of a professional athlete, it's always been something so cool. And I think those are still moving, whether it's mid to, I don't have high tier, so I'd say mid autos are moving really well. And I think that's going to be what I'm going to focus on, because we have a show coming up here in Denver in a couple weeks here. I'm going to definitely attend. If you guys are there, reach out to me or to stop me. You'll see me there with a backpack, walking around trying to get deals, obviously. But that's going to be my target niche. Is going to be autos, maybe patches, but I think autos and numbered cards. I feel like those have been the most consistent cards that I've been moving. And who doesn't want a nice, low numbered card or just a numbered card in general? It makes it somewhat unique and rare, I guess you can say. And then autos, who doesn't love autos? Everybody loves autos, I feel like. So just the idea that, the pro athlete touched their own card and signed it, I think it's just nostalgic. I guess it just makes you feel like, oh man, you're closer to the player. I think that's the biggest thing about autos that people love primarily, is that the fan feels like they're closer to the player. So that's why I feel like, because that's the closest you can get if you don't get a chance to get to the player, right? Is that I touch the same card they touch and they signed, type of deal. So I still think autos sell very well. Obviously, on card is going to do better than sticker, but nowadays that's what you got. You deal with it. It is what it is. You can bitch and moan about it because everybody does, and that it's not on card, it's a sticker. But you know what? An auto's an auto, man. I get it, because some people are like, well, they just touched the sticker only. They didn't even touch the card. I get it. Whatever, man. It's not that big of a deal. That's too deep. You're looking too deep into it, I feel like, sometimes. But like I said, that's what's moving, guys. If you guys are wondering, this week, I feel like basketball's picked up. Hopefully continuously to pick up. Hopefully continuously to get that momentum towards the playoffs. And I've got a ton of inventory for basketball. I'm going to be listing here, especially some college ones, and hopefully some new autos I have coming up. I'm going to be listing those too. So basketball. And I would say football still pretty consistent. Haven't seen a huge decline in football, but I feel like that's going to hopefully can stay consistent throughout the off season. And this is the thing. I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to really focus on Bowman Chrome University because the draft is coming up. I don't know if you guys are going to do it too, but I am. I'm going to try and see if I can get more inventory in the Bowman Chrome University as the NFL draft is coming. There's going to be a lot of hype about that, I feel. And then obviously once the draft happens, you can just imagine people who's got Caleb Williams or Marvin Harrison or Brock Bowers, all those guys is, rare insert cards or refractors. They're gonna probably do pretty well, especially their autos, I feel like. So I'm gonna try and see if I can find more of those, hopefully at the show, and just with my sources, I'm gonna let them know that's what I'm gonna be looking for. So if you guys are wondering, that's the route I'm gonna be taking, and we'll see. Could be wrong, could be right. I just kind of playing it like I think that's gonna happen. But remember, this is just like anything else. You think that's gonna happen, and then something throws you a curveball. So go figure on that. So other than that, stay tuned, guys. I think I got some old school wax coming in. I think I might be doing this once a week or once every other week. I'm gonna open up a hobby box from previous years, just fun that I could afford. Because I was thinking, I was like, man, I love open up boxes. I just haven't done it too much. And then all the new shit is just so expensive, as you guys know. So maybe I was going to go get some old school stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open that up, kind of nostalgic to me. Maybe I can find some cool PCs too. So you guys will come for a ride with me when I open that stuff. So it should be fun. Other than that, man, if you guys like this stuff, feel free to subscribe. As I always say, if you have not subscribed, but you watched all the way through this end, appreciate you guys just even checking out the channel, man, checking out the videos. So other than that, don't forget, check out the eBay store. I put the link in the description. Every little bit helps me out. And like I said, I'm trying to list hundreds and hundreds of cards daily. So raw, slabs, all the good stuff, patches, all autos, as you guys that I've said. So go check it out. Worst case scenario, you guys might be able to find a cheap PC. Who knows, right? Other than that, man, appreciate you guys. Have a good weekend. Till next time.